Yo, what's up guys, Sean here, aka ImaFlyNmidget, and welcome to a little tutorial video. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I think you guys are really going to like this. So, I know everyone's got that issue of just not really being able to, getting their chick game going. Just their chick game is not so strong lately, it's just kind of tough. It's kind of tough with the ladies these days. So, now, bam! You got yourself a freaking awesome chick farm. You just farm them up now. So kind of how the way this works, you got eggs that'll come flying up that little glass thing and just baby chicks just flying on out there. Okay, and then you're like, you know what? Alright, so there's chicks everywhere, Sean, but there's just my chick game is just not strong. I have issues slaying the chicks, So then you come on over here, bam, you walk through this little area and just boom, boom, boom. You're just slaying chicks like no other. You're just freaking, oh man, you're just massive, just chick slayer. You feel me? Just freaking gnarly. So, kind of you'll see here, bam, look at that egg just flying on up. Wow. And then, you get some chicks fly out of there, just kind of sinking down every once in a while. Pretty awesome little tutorial. I think this will kind of make everyone's little survival worlds kind of, pretty interesting. So, why don't we get into how to build it? Alrighty guys, so once you get your kind of basic farm format set up, however you want to do it, the only thing I'd probably recommend is to have a middle block, not like two middles, just have an odd, center block. That way it kind of looks a little bit better, but you guys can customize this however you want it. It should work multiple ways as long as you can gather all the eggs in. So the first thing you're going to want to do is kind of once you have this whole thing set up is you just want to get signs placed all the way across. And the way you do that, the way you do that is you have to make sure you're crouching and then you right click and it will make a sign. Now it's easier to, if you have a block here, it's easier to have a block and you just, you crouch, you crouch, place your block, crouch, place your block, and you do that. You want to do those signs all the way across until you have signs on the bottom with a 1 block gap above it. Alrighty, so after you get all your signs placed and it's looking nice and neat for you, you're gonna want to get some water rocking in here. So, you're just gonna want to put water all along the sides here. They should just fill in all the way across, as long as you kind of get a few of the outsides taken care of. The water will fill across. You don't want any like water traveling anywhere. Like, you want it to be nice and calm. So once you get that, then you got this awesome little like levitating water, which is super sweet. And next up, I just built a little floor down here. Now it's just 2 blocks below the signs, which is just kind of nice so you can walk around and it makes it easier to build. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to make sure there's a center of just air right here. In the exact middle of however big your farm is. You want it in the exact middle. Okay, so then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's as far as water can travel. So then you're going to want to come 8 blocks away from your center, place water sources all the way across the back line, and that way, there you go. That way the water ends perfectly right here. So, if I drop something in here, it'll just be kind of move slowly over to the edge here. Now, something I do want to show you guys real quick is if you have ice, if you're doing this in a creative world, this will make items move so much quicker. And you're going to need ice for later on in the build, but this is a kind of, optional stage if you want to put ice here. I'll kind of show you how quick the items will move, which is actually pretty cool. I didn't even know this until recently. So, there's ice on that row. So watch this. I'll show you a little. We'll drop this right here. We'll drop him. Boom! Shoots on down there. We'll drop him right here. And he moves super, super slow. So if you have the ice, then definitely place some ice all on these blocks right here because I'll make your items move so much quicker. And it's very useful. So like I said, you just get your water on both sides here. And then you're ready to start continuing your levitating little glass thingamabooty. Alrighty, the next thing you guys are going to want to do is you're going to take your glass from the center, this center block right here, you're going to want to take it all the way down to kind of the bottom of your contraption, just kind of get a little measuring here. And I built this over here because this is pretty much what we're going to be making. We're going to make it right here. I just kind of want to give you guys a little better perspective on it. So basically, this is going to be your middle block right here. So I'll get rid of these right now just so you guys can see the middle. And the middle block is going to kind of have a fence post at the bottom. But from that middle block, you're going to want to not count this block because this is where ice is going to be. You're going to want to but you're going to want to count right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 going horizontal. So from there, you're going to want to go. This is your middle block. This block you don't count. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mark that. And then you want to come across 2, I believe, 1, 2, yes. So you're going to want to come across 1, 2. So then that's basically where your water is going to run, this route right here. That's where your water is going to run, going all the way across to here, okay? So this is where you're going to want your dropper. So with that being said, you're going to want to kind of continue your water route here. So I can place this down here just so you guys can see. Bam. So that is going to be your route right there. We'll place a block right there just for reference. Okay, so that is where you're going to want your kind of water contraption to kind of end, you know what I mean? So rip my face. There we go. Okay, so with that being said, you're going to want to come back over here. I say to do that first because you'll see in a second. When you're over here, all these items, so say I just drop some items. What do I even have on me? Got some arrows. Say I drop these items. They're just going to drop freaking crazy because I replaced it with ice. And they're all going to fall down this little hole right here. So from here, you're going to want to take another water source, bam, on the opposite side of your little contraption. You're going to want it to flow all the way down here. So you always want water to be flowing at this point. You always want it to be flowing in that direction. You don't want any gaps. This is going to flow all the way down here. Now, there's a block that it goes down here because the water source ran out. So I went down a block in ice blocks. You see that? So I went down right here. This is going to continue to go all the way across down here, all the way here. Then now the water source ends here again. So I drop it a block. I drop it a block going down here. So now the water source continues. This is all one water source. Continues, continues, continues. And it would stop right here. And at the very end, you're going to want to place your hopper. Okay? Gosh, come on, weather. What is this? Weather clear. Bam. Okay. So now when you place your hopper, you want to shift click on top of the dropper. So say I do this, okay, that's a terrible looking drop. Say there's a dropper there and there's just some blocks on the side and I place my hopper like that. That does not work because you see there's a difference. Now that hopper is going to be going into that block. You see how there's that little nub going into that dropper right there? So you want to make sure that you shift click on top of your dropper to get that beautiful looking thing and booty on that. Okay, so then you just want to, block it up. So basically, we're going to get a little test here. If you drop any item down here, just kind of spew them everywhere. You drop them anywhere down here, they're all going to go into this little conveyor belt here, and it's just going to all go this way, and it's going to go really quick if you have ice. All go this way, all go into our hopper, and then all go into our dropper down there. So you know it's working, kind of give a little test there. Now we're going to kind of continue the water route down here. This is the only part that requires ice. This part requires ice. It might work without ice, but I don't know for sure, so I would just recommend using ice. You want 2 ice blocks, and then you want kind of just a normal block right here where it turns, just so the items can group up. Then you go, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I count that right? Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now this is as far as your water will go, okay? So then you're going to place your water block right in front of that dropper. Give yourself some walls here so this water doesn't go freaking crazy. Okay, so that's going to go all the way to there, right? So when those items get dropped, they're going to fling on over down that way. Now this is the part that's pretty important. You're going to want to make sure this is lined up again. So this is your very center of your blocks right there. Okay, so you're going to want to do a fence post right there. You want to put another fence post right there. And not that. And then you're going to want 2 walls on that side of the fence post. You can throw one over here. So you get that little 3-pronged fence right there. Now you want any transparent block on this side. So I use glass because it's just easier. That way you don't get the little fence connecting. So you just kind of got to copy that. You're also going to want a ice block right here. And the one on the very end is not necessary, I believe, so you don't need an ice block there, but I definitely would want one right there. Okay, and then you want to continue your ice. So you're just going to kind of make your 3 by 3 ice right there, or freaking glass, what am I saying? And just continue this as high, this can literally go as high as you want. This can go up from bedrock all the way to 256, or whatever your server maxes out on. You can literally take it all the way up. So I'm just going to kind of build this all the way up to the top here. Now I'd recommend doing this part down here exactly the way I did it. I'm not sure if there's any other variations that could work. I have not tested them, so I would just do that exactly the way I said. And we're just going to kind of build this all the way up. Now this is kind of where you want it to match up perfectly, so you can see your eggs floating. I missed a block right here. You can see your eggs floating to the top of your kind of building here. So we're just going to kind of take it this far for now, and I'm going to kind of take you through the rest. But so that way this little pillar goes all the way up, so it goes to the top to where your farm is. And that way I'll kind of show you how everything works before we get the redstone going here. But so say I drop some arrows in there. place a little redstone there. Bam. They shoot out. Bam. Look at that. Just freaking levitating all the way to the top until it gets to the very top. Bam. So, I'd give it a little test there just to make sure everything is working the way you want it. And I say we get into the minimal redstone involved. Alrighty, now this redstone is super simple, guys. You only need 3 things. You're going to need 2 comparators, 2 repeaters, and 4 redstone dusts, even though those numbers aren't even remotely close to my hotbar. So what you're going to want to do is you can do this anywhere. You can do it from the back side of your dropper. You can do it from the left side or the right side, whichever way you want to do it. I'm going to do it this way just because it's easier. So what you're going to do is you want to put your first comparator right there, smack down a repeater, smack down another comparator. Now this is important. Right-click that comparator. You got to get that little light going, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so then you want to take your redstone, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. And then you want to do a repeater, bam. Going back into the block that's touching this dropper. So basically, anytime we're just gonna throw some stuff in here. Anytime there's something in this dropper, bam, 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 bam. Freaking rapid fire until there's nothing else in there. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So that's gonna make it rapid fire until there's absolutely nothing left in this dropper. Oh, getting a little lag there. Okay, so then it's just gonna fling on through. Come on, weather. And now you basically got your kind of collection system, so you can literally just throw anything anywhere around here. Bam, 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 bam. Just throw all that redstone junk out of there, and eventually it is going to go boom, 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 boom. You hear it clicking up there, and look at this, just gonna start floating on up. Bam! How freaking gnarly is that? Now let's continue on with all of our chick game stuff. Alrighty, now to have our chickens just freaking flying out from the sky here, you're gonna want to take your glass. Now it depends on how high up you want it in terms of your ceiling. Mine went up 2 blocks just because I'll show you in a sec, but it just depends on where you want your chickens to fly out of. You can technically have them fly from the walls, just freaking going back and forth with each other. I like them coming down from the ceiling because I think it's kind of funny how chickens just kind of fall. Oh, weather, what is this? Okay, so basically, what you're going to do on top of your glass is you're going to want to make this kind of awkward U thing, and then you're going to want to take your glass out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do any block you want for this, as long as those are glass right here, those 9. Then you want to take your water source there, give it some walls, throw up some walls, okay? And now this water source is going to end right here. This is usually where I just have my chickens fall from just because it's just a lot easier to do. Okay, then you want to come down here. This is a dispenser this time, not a dropper, a dispenser. Drop it right there. Then you want to shift, remember shift, right click on top of your dispenser. That way you got that little swag, little nub right there. This is going to come down, drop into this hopper into these freaking dispensers. Sorry, I don't know how to talk today. And then you want to put a little block right here. You want to put some blocks right there. Bam, bam, bam. And then you're going to want to do the same thing redstone-wise. I'm going to do it really quick for you guys. You're going to do this. Whoops. You're going to want to do the same thing redstone-wise. You're going to want to come out, place a block there. You're going to want to come out here with your comparator. 1, 1, 2 with a tick. And then you want to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Smack a repeater going back into that way. Anytime there's something in here, it's going to shoot out again. That way you're going to want to pop, bam, pop a little ceiling on that. That way anytime an egg comes in here, it's going to fire out of that dispenser. It's going to actually activate, not just drop, and it's going to smack into that wall right there, and the chickens are just going to kind of gently drop down here. So we're going to get some freaking chickens into this thing, test it out here, and then we'll be done. Alright, so I'm just spawning in an absolute crap ton of chicks because, my game with the chicks, I've been slacking lately, so we're just going to kind of spawn all those, spawn all those buddies in there. And then you're just going to kind of have to wait for them to start hatching eggs, guys. Now this, I would recommend if you are on a server that you do kill your chicks pretty regularly because it can kind of lag a server going. Because the more more chicks are in our farm, the more they produce and the more that fall out. So it's just kind of like an exponential kind of growth thing. Obviously, you'd fill in your whole building here, but this section over here is again for your little killing floor because they will leak over onto the floor over here, and you'll just kind of smack them with a sword and freaking wreck sauce them. But yeah, so once those chickens start hatching some eggs, then they'll start going through our little contraption, and you'll just have freaking endless chickens. Yo, chick game will be strong.
Wow.
So bam, as you can see, some freaking eggs are starting to fall here, guys. It's looking kind of good. Like I said, the more chickens you have, the more that come out and the more that kind of get flung up. Bam! Bam! Freaking awesome, right? Freaking awesome. Then they just get smacked out here, and you might get a baby chicken coming out. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this kind of makes your survival world a little more interesting. I know it is very resource heavy in a survival world in terms of the ice and you know, kind of getting this farm going. But I think it's pretty awesome. It's a really awesome trick to show your friends. You see eggs going up one way and you see chickens coming down the other. I think it's pretty funny. Again, thank you to log.zip for giving me kind of the idea for the little levitating glass thing, guys. Check out his original video, linked in the description, like I said earlier. Linked in the description below. He kind of did a little trash can thing with that little levitating thingamabooty. So I think it's pretty cool. I hope you guys really liked it. If you did, it'd be pretty cool if you could smack a like on there. If not, I totally understand. You know, people are busy these days. That extra 2 seconds is kind of hard. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget to be fly and subscribe. Welcome to the top 10 Minecraft pranks. This is the #1 best prank in vanilla Minecraft, guys. This is the Pit of Death prank. It is pretty freaking awesome. All it requires is